In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. You might have heard from some of the people saying that I have to do it no matter what. And the people also say that whatever happens later will be seen. Again, it means that I have to do it. I shall do that. Is it okay, by the way? It shows the, you know, maybe the determination of a person. I shall do this no matter what. Whatever will be the outcome will be seen later on. And these are absolutely nonsense sentences, nonsense way of thinking. It actually shows that I am not flexible enough. I have no flexibility. It actually means that I have no patience or resilience in myself. I'm quite a stubborn person. It shows the stubborn mentality. And this stubborn mentality, it is it brings nothing but the destruction. It brings nothing but the destruction. So for that reason, I think that if at all somebody is found saying this, any intelligent person cannot afford to say this thing at all. Any person who is not intelligent but he she is a bit learned person will never ever be found saying thing like this one. It means that I'm going to hit the wall. It is said that if at all one person jumps into the well, it takes just one jump to be inside the well, but to come out of that, even 1000 jumps will not be enough. you know so what it mean that every step, every action must be considered well, must be considered well before it is taken, before it is implemented. If we don't consider all that well, it actually means that we people are very much short sighted people. And anyone else who is a short sighted person, who does not think about the future, who does not think any and every of their decision, keeping in view their future, and if at all they are not patient enough, it means that they are heading straight toward the destruction, and the destruction is awaiting them. They people are going to be suffer, they are going to suffer. Not only they will suffer, rather their loved ones, their families will suffer as well. I think this sort of thinking must be must be abandoned, must be got rid of. Otherwise otherwise it is going to be a total disaster. Look upon, go to the jails and talk to the people in the prison, talk to the inmates. You will be able to find that these people will be repenting a lot, whatever they have been doing, whatever they did. Some of them murdered a person. Why? Because they were of the view that I have to do this no matter what. Whatever happens will be seen later on. So they don't think in advance. I think that we must be thinking in advance. Whatever will be the outcome of this action of mine, this decision of mine, how will it affect my life, and whether my life is going to become better after taking this decision, or it is going to be worse. I think we must be considering this thing at all. And otherwise, as for the jail people, as for the inmates are concerned, I think these people are suffering a lot. They are repenting and regretting a lot whatever they did, and they did it once. But as far as far its punishment is concerned, as far its suffering is concerned, that is not meant for the that is not meant for the short span of time. Although the kind of gratification, they people inside the jail inmates, the kind of gratification they got, it was momentary one. It was for a very short span of time. But as for the punishment is concerned, the punishment might be for life, and the punishment might be, losing one's life, either the life inside the prison or losing the life, mean we ourselves might be killed. So what I mean is, it doesn't mean that we shouldn't be taking the highly calculated and the well considered risk. I think as for these calculated and well considered risks are concerned, I think these are right, and we do have to take it. But we must be considering it well, the pros and the cons. If at all I do take this section, if at all I do make this decision, what are the pros of it and what are the cons of it? And if at all I think there is a high probability that we do have to suffer and we do have to keep suffering for a longer period of time, or maybe for the whole of life, if at all we are going to torture psychologically our loved ones, our family members, then it might be okay. Otherwise it is going to be very bad one, and we must not be doing it at all. Take, don't need to become a short sighted person, rather we need to become a far sighted person. We need to consider everything else well prior to taking this decision. Otherwise it will be a big loss, and maybe the loss will be greater than what we can afford. So that is why it is said that the patience is a virtue. Patience is a great virtue indeed. If at all we do ignore the patience, if at all we don't consider it as a great virtue, if at all it is not a part of our personality, I think then what is going to happen? It will be really a great disaster. We cannot afford to do that.